Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming at you with a predictions video. That's right, the May Melee is happening this evening as I'm speaking. There's 10 hours left for the Pick'ems bracket to be locked, and I'm going to get this video out at lastminute.com as always. It wouldn't be a Bulba video if it wasn't. So make sure you stick around, it's going to be an exciting one, and by exciting I mean every single prediction here is going to be wrong, as I have no clue how these teams are going to stack up. Not a single one of them. There's so many questions about this weekend of May Melee. Firstly though, I'll run through the teams we have. So spoiler alert, these are the teams that have qualified if you haven't watched last weekend's games. You really should though, they were a great batch. So we've got Shanghai Dragons, Florida Mayhem, Dallas Fuel and Chengdu Hunters. And I'm confused about every single one of these teams and how they'll stack up this weekend. First of all, we've got the obvious issue of East versus West. Haven't played all season. Who's going to do better there? Shanghai Dragons and Chengdu Hunters or Florida Mayhem and Dallas Fuel? Also, Dallas Fuel and Florida Mayhem, no one was expecting to be here. Are these teams the best we could have got to represent the West? They must be if they're qualified, right? But also, in the regions themselves, I'm confused. Dallas Fuel and Florida Mayhem, I have no clue who would win that matchup. You'll see in my predictions what I've got going on, but Dallas Fuel and Florida Mayhem, I am baffled at who would take that away. You know, could Dallas get away with it with their odd, dodgy playstyle, or would Florida just be clean and sharp and take it away from them? Could OG fail on Florida? Could Fearless just dominate the game on Dallas? I'm so confused. And then Shanghai Dragons and Chengdu Hunters as well. Chengdu looked like the second best team for all of the May Melee qualifiers, and Fusion looked like the best. Chengdu even beat Shanghai, and then Shanghai comes out of nowhere and beats Philadelphia. What is happening? Well anyway, here are my predictions. The first game up we've got is Shanghai Dragons from the East versus Florida Mayhem representing the West. And I don't have much backing to a single one of these predictions, but I'm going to give them to you anyway. 3-0 Shanghai Dragons. Alright, I don't know about the scoreline whatsoever, but I do think Shanghai will take this one away. Shanghai just has those playoffs. They're just such a solid team that you don't expect them to get KO'd first round. Shanghai have trust in to properly prepare for every single one of these games, not come into a game underprepared, and they should do well as a result of that. Also, we've got the Fate matchup from his old team. Is Fate going to show Florida Mayhem, look, I'm better on Shanghai, we're going to take it all this year? Or is Florida going to be like, we're independent, we don't need you to carry us, Fate, we got OG now, a god tier Winston, you're going down. I don't know what that was. I don't know what I just did, but anyway, I've gone for a 3-0 to Shanghai Dragons. Not much more to say about that game. Then we've got the Dallas Fuel versus Chengdu Hunters, and if you thought Shanghai, Florida was a chaotic one, oh my god. We've got Dallas Fuel versus Chengdu Hunters. Chengdu, though, is known from both two of their past seasons for playing wacky meta. But that role has kind of shifted to the Dallas Fuel, which is really interesting, and obviously Dallas didn't want to have to do that at the start of the season. If they could have kept XE, they would have, but they have really taken this loss of XE in their stride. Dallas Fuel looks mwah. I did that in the last video, but it's sticking around. Kissing the fingers, Italiano. Mwah. Dallas Fuel has dominated every game they played in the playoffs, and I'm having them do the same to Chengdu 3-1. I'm sorry, Chengdu. I was high on you coming into the season. Dallas I was as well, but you know, XE kind of screwed all up. But Chengdu, I've got a new love. Fearless. I am the biggest Fearless simp you're going to find, and I promise I'm going to be that way all season. So don't ask me to change, because I'm not gonna. Deal with it. Fearless is my guy. Fearless, I'm gonna simp for you all season. Don't even worry. If 0-40 Fearless comes back, I'll be here for you. 3-1 to the Dallas Fuel, knocking Chengdu down to the lower bracket. And then we'll have a look at this lower bracket elimination game. Whoever loses this game is gone from Hawaii. Yeah, they're not going to be enjoying that holiday too much. So, I've gone with a 3-0 to the Chengdu Hunters. Sorry, Florida, that's right, I have predicted you not taking a single map here. Sorry, you're playing with the big boys now. You gotta up your game for me to really predict you. Chengdu, I think, while they do go out to Dallas Fuel, in my eyes, in the first round, I think they'll be able to bring it back, and I think the fact they go out to Dallas Fuel in round 1 isn't a big deal. I think Chengdu should be the second best team here, after Dallas Fuel, in my eyes, but then again, I love Fearless. I love him romantically. I'm not even scared to show it. Like, love him with all my heart. So Chengdu, I have taken this. I really need to stop going off topic. Whatever. So Chengdu, I have taken this 3-0. I think their meta play is just better than Florida's. I'd like to see if they could pull a bit of what they did on Washington Justice, although I don't think it would work as much on Chengdu, where they just try and play to the opponent's weaknesses rather than their own strengths, which worked really well against Washington, who we had being a better team. If they could do the same to Chengdu, I'd be really impressed, but I wouldn't be surprised, because Kuki, what a beast of a coach. Damn. Alright, now let's go to the winners round 2 starting on Friday. We've got Shanghai Dragons versus the Dallas Fuel. You already know what to expect, guys. You already know what to expect. Number 1 fearless simp right here. 3-2 Dallas Fuel. Shanghai Dragons, I think, will make this competitive. I think Shanghai has the ability to just make games close no matter what. I think Shanghai will look good whoever they're playing against, to be honest with you. I think Shanghai could look good in a 3-0 knockout where they're the losers. And I don't know why. I just think Shanghai will be able to put up a fight, but I think at the end of the day, Dallas Fuel has the pizzazz. Dallas Fuel has the star power to dominate the series, which I think they won't quite do, but they'll take it in the end in a 3-5 map game. They're the Dallas Fuel. Now, elimination round 2. The battle for the East. The Chengdu Hunters versus Shanghai Dragons. By the way, these games aren't even confirmed. Past the first 2 games, these are just my predictions. So the way I've been saying them, I hope I haven't implied that they're inevitable, because they're really not. And I wouldn't be shocked if I didn't get a single prediction right. I wouldn't be shocked if this weekend I got 0 points on my pick'ems, because... but Chengdu versus Shanghai. While I did have Shanghai taking more maps against Dallas Fuel than I did for Chengdu, I've gone with a 3-1 to the Chengdu Hunters, and there is a bit of logic behind this. Chengdu won last time they played, quite simply. If you want to make it a proper rock, paper, scissors, Rubik's Cube style puzzle, then you can say, Chengdu beat Shanghai, but then Chengdu lost to the Philadelphia Fusion. However, Shanghai came back in the May Melee to beat the Philadelphia Fusion. Yeah, I'm not doing that, mate. Chengdu's got this. Gaga, my guy. I'm a bigger fearless simp than Gaga simp, but I have him for Rookie of the Year for a reason, guys. Anyway, that's a 3-1 to the Chengdu Hunters. Moving on to the finals. The grand finals, in fact. Who's going to take it away? Who is going to get the crown of the May Melee? Who is going to set a great precedent for the rest of their season? Or who is just going to do well and flop in the end? Well, you won't be shocked to hear this, considering how much I've been going on throughout this whole video about the boys in blue, but Dallas Fuel, 4-2 Dallas. These guys met in their first game of the May Melee tournament, and I had Dallas Fuel winning that 3-1. Now they're back again. I have Dallas Fuel winning it 4-2. If whoever loses this game can come back and prepare properly hard, can go bum bum bum, I think they could take it away. And I see the coaching style from both of these teams and think that is very possible for them to reverse the result of their first meeting. However, I think Dallas Fuel will take this away. They looked extremely impressive in all of their games in the May Melee knockouts, so that's it. I've got Dallas Fuel taking it away. Chengdu coming in a close seconds, making it to the grand finals. Shanghai being knocked out by Chengdu in the second elimination round. And unfortunately, I've got Florida going away instantly. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and share it to all of your friends. If you don't have friends, share it to your family. I think most of you out there have friends, because we all know Overwatch is a great place for making friends and not being toxic. Thanks, bye.